Hello everyone, and thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I am so excited, and yeah, I wanted to do something for you guys for 500 subscribers because that's such a huge milestone. And I know a Q&A is extremely creative, but I don't believe I've ever done a Q&A on this channel, so I figured it was time to do a Q&A. So I started asking for questions back at the beginning of the year. I wasn't sure when I was going to hit 500 or not, so I started asking and getting questions earlier on. So some of these I think are from like January and February. The first question is, how is school going? And this question has changed a lot since that point. I am pretty much done with school. This will be my last week, and by my last week, we're not really doing much. We don't have any new assignments. It's pretty much just some end of the year stuff. Like we have to stop at the school and like pick up a sandwich. My school does this thing where we get like this steak lunch at the end of the year, every school year, and they're still trying to do that. Obviously not many people. It's just like can be there at a time and you just got to pick it up and go. So I'm pretty much done with school. So this is kind of hard to answer, but I mean, I pretty much graduated, so that's great. So yeah, school's going good considering it's pretty much done. I believe this question was any character, if I could be any character in a book or film. I didn't really write down the entire question and I kind of forgot, but I believe that's what it was asking. So I'm going to go with the obvious answer and say Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. I know that's really basic, but like if I could be anyone, I would obviously pick her because I love her, and it honestly wouldn't even matter if it was her. Any Hogwarts student I would love to be. I mean, who doesn't want to go to Hogwarts? Next question is, why are you so hot? And honestly, I don't know how you guys don't understand this. So basically how a person gets their looks is they get DNA from their mom and dad, and that's how they look that way. Also, makeup and stuff like that helps me out. But thank you for your question. Are you in love? Well, I would sure hope so, considering I've been in a relationship for almost 3 years. It'll literally be 3 years in like 5 days, but yes, I am in love. So I really like this question. My favorite video from my channel, when I first got this question, I was really thinking about it hard, and I'm like, I don't really know if I have a favorite video. But then I posted my year one guitar progress video, and obviously that is my favorite. That has so much work, and I'm just so proud of that video. I'm really proud that I was able to pretty much keep it a secret for that year and a half. It was really hard not to talk about it. I left little hints, but for the most part I kept it a secret, and yeah, I'm just really proud of that video. So many hours and hours and hours went into that, and yeah, I'm just really, really proud of that video. How old are you? I'm 18. I'll be 19 in October. Have you ever gotten salmonella? No, I have not, and I'm honestly surprised that I haven't because I love to eat raw cookie dough when making cookies. What was your favorite part of high school? So I just wanted to pop in here before I answer this question. I just want to say it's all over the place. I feel like the reason it was all over the place is the timing of this video. I basically just finished high school, so like I just really like when I started answering this question, my brain just kind of scrambled up just because high school has been really crazy for me. It was really a journey of finding myself, and I was just gonna answer and say that, yeah, finding my boyfriend, finding a few friends along the way, that was my favorite part. But like it kind of turned into a lot more once I started talking, because I'm like, wow, I really found out a lot about myself throughout high school. So yeah, that's why that question is a little all over the place. Enjoy me talking about it for like 3 minutes now. This question was a little hard. My obvious answer is meeting my boyfriend, but I didn't have like these great memories like I feel like most people would. Like I wasn't really involved in a ton, which sounds really sad, but I really did enjoy the last 4 years of my life. I feel like differently from most people, like lots of people were like playing sports and had this like tight group of friends, and I really just worked. I was on myself. I don't really know. I don't know how to say this without sounding cringy, like about, oh yeah, I just spent time with myself and discovered myself. But I feel like I really did do that. In middle school, I had a lot of like friends and drama and all kinds of like, I don't know, the typical stuff of high school. I feel like once I got to high school, I was kind of over that, and I just wanted to learn more about myself and just spend time with myself. But that being said, I did meet a lot of people in high school that I really liked. Like, obviously my boyfriend, I really like him. Really happy I found him. That's my obvious answer, is meeting him. That was the best part of high school. Like, never thought I would meet the love of my life so young. I also just want to say, meeting Jill was a great highlight, and you guys don't know her, but Kiara, if you're watching this, meeting you was great. I always called you my mini-me because the first day I met you, you were carrying a big stack of books, and I told my boyfriend, I'm like, that is my mini-me. So, yeah, that was a great part of high school. And yeah, my senior year, obviously this year, I really felt like I got a good group of friends, which kind of sucks because our time was cut short. I had a lunch table and I was really happy sitting there, and yeah, it kind of sucks. I only got like a few months there, but I really enjoyed all the people at my lunch table. So if any of you are watching, I wish our time wouldn't have been cut so short. So yeah, those are some highlights. Again, I feel like my high school experience wasn't like the same as maybe some people's are, because like I wasn't a part of a sports team. I did play tennis freshman year, but it's not like I was like consistently a part of something like that. And this isn't, sorry, I'm like rambling on, but this was a really great question because high school literally just ended. So just kind of wrapping up the last 4 years. This wasn't necessarily in high school, but like in the last 4 years was when I started doing YouTube. So that's obviously a highlight, but I don't know if I can consider that an answer to this question because it wasn't like while I was in the buildings of my high school, but obviously that. Oh yeah, and obviously reading. Like, I really discovered reading my freshman year. Like, I had enjoyed reading before that, but that's when I became like a very avid reader. So that was a huge thing. I had just switched schools my freshman year and I was kind of lonely, and that's when I discovered that books were friends. Yeah, so sorry I'm a little all over the place here. This is a lot more emotional than I thought it would be because, like I said, my high school experience might have not been what lots of people picture it should be. Like, lots of people want to picture high school as like, oh, remembering being at football games on Friday night. And I did do some things like that, but that is not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of my high school experience, but I would not change it for the world. I definitely learned that I was like an introvert, and that was okay in high school. And yeah, I just really learned to love myself, honestly. And that's so cringy, but like elementary, middle school, I wanted to be this outgoing person that had all these friends, and that's just not me. And I'm really happy that I figured myself out some and learned a lot of new hobbies like reading and YouTube I discovered in high school. And yeah, I found the love of my life and found a few good friends. Sorry that took so long for me to say all that. Okay, what is your biggest motivation for doing YouTube? So I had to think about this question a little bit because I couldn't come up with an answer. And honestly, I feel like the reason I couldn't come up with an answer is I don't really have a huge thing to motivate me necessarily. I just really enjoy doing it. So it's not like I really need that much to motivate me. Like, it's just fun to me. But obviously there is some days that I like have an idea to film, but I'm like, I don't really know if I want to. And one of the biggest things that has motivated me in the past is when I see comments on videos, like that reminds me that people are really watching my videos and enjoying them, and that will motivate me to keep going. So those of you who comment on my videos, I really do appreciate it. And I just want to take this opportunity to say that I look at all the comments. If I don't respond, sometimes YouTube won't let me, and I don't understand why. Like, I'll click on the comment, I'll read it, and then I click on it to respond, and it just disappears. So if I don't respond to your comments, it's not because I'm ignoring it, it's because YouTube won't let me. So yeah, really sorry about that, but just know that if you're commenting, you really are one of my biggest motivations, because like I said, I do love filming, and most of the time I don't need much motivation, but occasionally I do, and comments definitely help with that. What has quarantine been like for you? So, it's kind of a mess. Some days, like today, I actually feel pretty good and motivated. And I'm like, oh, I have all day to do whatever. This is great. And other days I just feel sad and I feel like, wow, am I ever going to get to go to Barnes and Noble again? Which that sounds like such a stupid thing, but like that's one of the things that I love to do that I can't do anymore. Like things like that, it's really hard, to come to terms with, that it could be a really long time until I get to do anything like that. And even if I do, it's going to be totally different. I'm going to have to be wearing a mask in there and just, it's not going to be the same for a while. And that's really hard. But I feel like quarantine has not been as hard for me as other people, just because I do enjoy being home. I do enjoy doing things alone. I do miss my friends. I have started seeing my friends some because in where I live, we've lifted quarantine. Like you're allowed to be around, I think like 25 people, but I'm not being around like a ton of people. I've just been around like a friend or so here and there. But I feel like quarantine has been okay for me. It is stressful though, to think about living like this forever, but I just try and take it one day at a time and try and believe that this is not going to be forever. And yeah, just don't think about, oh my gosh, this could be another year long. Just focus one day at a time. That's my advice. Why are you so damn cute? And that was from Michael. And I'm not even gonna answer that. Thank you, Michael. The last question, what is your favorite brand? And I didn't know how to answer this because I guess I don't really have a favorite brand. I have favorite stores, but brands, I don't really care about brands that much. This is going to be a basic answer, but I do really like Nike. Like, I don't really care, like, if I have name brand stuff, but I do own a lot of Nike stuff, and it's pretty well made. It's pretty comfortable. Yeah, so basic answer. Like I said, I don't really have favorite brands. I just have stores I shop at, and I don't really pay attention to brand. I used to, like in middle school, I really cared about brand name stuff. Like North Face was a big deal then, and I wanted North Face stuff. But now that I'm older, I don't really care about name brand stuff. I just care if I like the piece of clothing or not. I guess I just thought about this too. I guess Vans is a name brand. I didn't even think about that. So I guess I changed my answer to Vans because I really like Van shoes. And yeah. So that is it for this video. I kind of rambled on a lot more than I thought I would. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!